Hello again, it's Ferbs here with another tutorial. This time it's my butterfly tag. Um, first let's just get into it. I'm just posting your original stock. I'm not exactly sure if this is a guy or a girl, to be honest, but I'm just gonna assume it's a girl. So first thing, like always, what I do is start smudging. Right in here, I smudged the sides around here and around here. I broke it up into just one layer because I had to duplicate the stock and then move it around so I could cover up all the blank spaces. Once again, just more smudging things I don't like. I didn't like this uh, ear thing. I don't know what they're called. I just thought it was weird. I didn't like how it was in there, so I smudged that over. I smudged more on the shoulders and try and get it more smoothed in. But yeah, I didn't like that, so I smudged that over. Now, you may see that when I hit this layer, it shifts this way. I did a displace filter, distort, displace, and I chose a PSD of mine, and what that does is it changes this, and it makes it so that it uses the effects in all the areas that everything is in one tag, and puts this tag into it, and then I just erased over the focal and everything I didn't want to be shifted. But I like how this turned out, and I liked it over here, so I kept it, because it covered up that thing right there. Next layer, wireframe. I threw a wireframe on its shoulder. Uh, Made it look like it was popping out, just like in all my other ones. And then I added in a few more wireframes. Wireframe here, just trying to get some effects going over here, because this is kind of a bland area. Wireframe over here, and then another wireframe over here. This is just so this doesn't look as bland as just a plain blue background. Then I started throwing in some effects C40s. This is actually a bubble one. Uh, I didn't actually know what I was gonna do until I started getting more effects going around the hand. So, but yeah, just try and make it nice, bubbly effects going around, get some good lighting in it. Uh, yeah, pretty much just that. Uh, then this is where I started. I was like, oh, I could put something on that hand, and so I got a stock of a butterfly from Google, and I set it to linear dodge and erased around all the edges, and then I copied that layer and actually put it on normal underneath it, and just made it so that the butterfly was like solid. It looked like it was actually there. And then I started adding effects to it. I added a nice C4D on the butterfly, just make it look more colorful. And this is where I got really crazy. I actually took another C4D and I saw that had these little, looked like wings, and I was like, oh, I could put that on the wings of the butterfly. It'd be really super cool, and so I did. And then I actually duplicated that layer, and since some butterflies actually have like really large wings that go out on the bottom too, I duplicated it, made it smaller, and did that here. But you can still see the original butterfly, so it looks like the effects are like a coat over top of it, I guess is a good way to describe it, like that. Uh, I think this is actually just a blank layer. Huh. Anyway, Gaussian blurred a soft round brush. It was red, set it to linear dodge, gave the butterfly some color, so it was popping off. Not popping off. It was more poppy, outy kind of thing going on, so it gave more color because it had effects over top of it. I wanted it to look like the butterfly was there, but it wasn't a real butterfly. It was a butterfly made from effects and stuff like that. And then once again, this time it was set to color. Wanted it more colorful. Well, not colorful. I wanted more of the color showing through with the butterfly, making it seem more like it was just effects. In here, I was trying to color in the area around the butterfly. I set Gaussian blurred thing, soft round brush to soft light, um, just to give more color around the area of the butterfly. And then here is I dodged. I used the dodge tool, and I dodged around the area of the butterfly after applying the image on a new layer. Once again, this is just so I can get the butterfly showing off light because it's made from effects. And then I darkened parts of the tag that I thought were not, it had no business being light, and that was pretty much everything away from the butterfly. So over here, these were all going to be darkened because the effects weren't around the butterfly or the actual light source. Then just once again, just coloring in around the face because the light that the butterfly is giving is red, and so I want it to give off a red light on the face. Once again, just lightening up that, it's kind of dark, and since it's light, it needs to be lighter, duh. So I set off linear dodge, so I brighten that up. Here's I blurred. I took just applied image, filter, blur, Gaussian blur. I think, yeah, 1.0 sounds like it was what I used, and I just blurred it, and then I erased over the focal and the butterfly. So I had I blurred out all the things that weren't necessary. I blurred out the edges of this. I blurred out over here, and this would just create depth. And here's I actually took a I applied the image, filter, sharpen, sharpen, nothing fancy once again, and I erased everything but the butterfly. The butterfly was going to be the focal point as well as this person's face. So the butterfly I wanted the butterfly to be like a realistic sharp. So I sharpened that. And then I did a topaz sharpen and erased over the butterfly. So everything else became sharp around the focal. Everything else became sharp. It wasn't too sharp, so I left it everything like that. And I erased around this butterfly. And then I did a topaz clean. No, I did topaz clean on this one, sorry. On layer 21, I did topaz clean, and it wasn't clean enough for me, so I decided to do another one and erase over the butterfly. So everything else became topaz cleaned, and the butterfly became sharp. So this was still a realistic kind of thing, while everything else was more of a cartoony-ish, cleaned. And then I just added in a white round brush from where the natural light was. So there was two light sources. There was the natural light, and then there was the light from the butterfly. I hope you understood everything I was saying. I know I was going kind of fast. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Hope you learned something. I hope you liked some of the things that I actually did. Just look for more tutorials from me in the future. I'll be making tons of them because I love video tutorials. They're very simple to do, and I don't have to type everything out. So, yeah, once again, thanks for listening. Look for more from me in the future.